Fear is the tool of a man-made devil. Self-confident faith in oneself is both the man-made weapon which defeats this devil and the man-made tool which builds a triumphant life. And it is more than that. It is a link to the irresistible forces of the universe which stand behind a man who does not believe in failure and defeat as being anything but temporary experiences. Napoleon Hill. When you birth a desire, it is true in the mental plane of existence in totality. Every aspect of it awaits your realization. That is, your alignment with it in order for you to experience it in the 3D so that you can see it, taste it, touch it, and sense it. And because your higher self already knows the most efficient path to bring it forth into physicality, truly, as Henry Ford said, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Fear is the only thing that can distract us from the desire we seek as we move towards our goals. The lesser known aspects of fear are doubt and indecision. They are equally distracting and get us off our otherwise straight path course to success. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill mentions the 6 fears which bring us into an alternative route that isn't in alignment with what we desire. Quote, doubt and indecision crystallize into fear, so says Napoleon Hill. And given my reference to Google Maps and our subconscious patterns being locked into an outcome based on previous experiences and wiring, you can see how the more we doubt and lack definite decision and momentum, the more we leave ourselves open to detours of fear, which keep us off the most efficient and fast path. And this is actually great news because we need look no further than our fears in order to realize what is preventing us from moving into alignment with what we seek. As above, so below, as within, so without. It's wonderful news that we need only identify the fears we have in order to systematically rewrite our stories by assigning new meaning to the perceptions of limitation which we have been playing and validating. It's like rerouting our path in real time, making edits to our GPS through deciphering which aspects are outdated and are not the fastest, most efficient ones. Our higher self is beyond fear and realizes that it's actually a liar. Now, we learn these fears in many ways, from epigenetics, past lives, the media, brainwashing, familial and societal upbringing, and the thoughts and persona identity we've gelled into the person we see when we look in the mirror. When we identify with fear, we start to resist what is on the higher planes already, and then magnetize that discordant energy to us as fact. What we believe will show itself. Through our inner world, we experience the outer, and our outer world reflects what our inner world is choosing. Thankfully, we can look at our downfalls and defeats as temporary. You can learn to use the setbacks as the helpful training they are. After all fear that we've risen above is merely optimization data for our best life path. If we can release the reactions to the various distractions delivered through fear, we can level up our mental alchemy and cease to be swayed off course through the disruptive and incoherent rhythm of fear. Any fears that are in the subconscious mind continue in our waking moments, and we assume them as fact. What do you believe? This is what really matters. This is what really matters, as in comes into being. Quote, one of my cleverest devices for mind control is fear. I plant the seed of fear in the minds of people, and as these seeds germinate and grow through use, I control the space they occupy. the 6 most effective fears are the fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. Napoleon Hill. When you're being honest with yourself, you can take a look at the fears you're allowing in your life, and through self-awareness, realize that there are many ways to become focused once again rather than distracted. Then and only then can we create with a sense of joy, bliss, and ease. Outwitting the devil is done through realizing that our response or emotions to the thoughts that we have are what will end up magnetizing our futures. And that all emotions are actually stemming from the past. Our higher self is beyond the past. How would it feel to feel fresh, to feel anew? Until another now, let's sink into the eternal now and think fresh. What is in the self-image that isn't aligned with the higher self? As we examine our fears, we will be able to systematically release, in all its form, that fear and move forward wholly into our destiny and destination. This is about to get really fun.